How to manifest your ex back? Let me tell you what is my view on that. So, how to manifest your ex back? Many people want to manifest their ex back. And why is that? Because might they got separated due to something which is outside of their control. That's completely understandable that they want to fight against it and get back together again. Maybe this was like a distance, maybe getting jobs on different places, or maybe their parents didn't agree on this relationship. There could have been so many situations which kept them apart. And then probably you want to, and then maybe you decided with this person that, okay, because of the distance or because of the situation, then we have to probably decide not to be a couple anymore. But then one of you might say you're not agreeing on this and you still want to be a couple with this person and you still want to fight against these energies which keep you apart. And I completely understand that. And then I really, if you feel that way, then yes, you can start working on it, manifesting it to get back together, because most likely the other person is still loving you, and then you loving them. So it has to be also a mutual feeling. So manifesting someone back who maybe already let go the situation and went to another person, or falling in love with another person is much more difficult, because you can't really manifest someone to fall in love with you. But if the love is still there and it's just the distance, or it's just other people's decisions and choices, then basically you can start manifesting it in the energy vortex to actually go against those energies and empowering yourself with your partner to get back together. But make sure you still have a communication with the other person to know that they still want the same, right? And you. And then the other thing about, if this situation happened, like the separation with the ex because of some betrayal, with some negative situation happened in the relationship, and then one of you is already not loving the other person, and then might even get into the next relationship, then I would say I would let go this situation and believe that the next person who's coming to you is a better person. I remember when I was very young and I had a boyfriend and it was really amazing, but then we decided still that, okay, actually I decided that I am very young to have like a long-term relationship now, and then so just let it go, and then I'm going to school to another town. So I was the one who said no to the situation. But then after a couple of months, I was thinking like, I actually miss him. I actually would love to get back to him, because yeah, I am in another town, but when I travel home, I can still see him, or he can visit me, those kind of things. So actually a couple of months later, even though we were in a letter communication, because back then there was no internet. So so I was actually returning home after like 2 months or something, and it turned out that he has a new girlfriend already. So at that point, I knew I lost him, because in that point he was already so excited about the new girl. It was already a nice relationship was building up. They were in the same town at the same time, so they could meet every day. So that was like a very strong connection which I couldn't break, or I couldn't get into. And actually I knew that I am not as stable as maybe the other person is. So I was saying like, okay, I have to let it go. And then in the coming year, I still felt a bit negative about this, because I had some dates and then I was like, they are not as nice as him. They are not as good as him. Oh my God, I just lost the best guy. And then later I met someone like a year later, something like that, who was better than him. And I was so happy. And then I said, wow, no, I can let him go, because now I know that there exists someone who's better than him. Then there is like the 8 billion people exist more and more who's better than they. So what I want to tell you is that you need to let it go. To let the person go, you need to start dating to find a much better person, right? And then you will realize that, yes, I have options. I have other ways to actually feel similar emotions and then be happy. So, and then you can actually let go. And then that's it. I mean, we are in this lifetime for many, many, many years, and then we are here actually to learn and experience. And if you have like maybe one person for your whole lifetime, might you missing out all kinds of friendships and opportunities and all kinds of situations, staying in the same town with the same person, for example. But if you live the life with more open-minded, and then with more how can I say, more with an adventurous way, that you came here to grow and develop and learn, then sometimes you actually grow faster than your partner, spiritually and mindfully. So sometimes you need to separate from your partner if they're not able to go with your level, because then you are going to attract a different partner who's at your level. So it depends on what people you find yourself with, and how you develop yourself and the other person, how long you stay with someone, for example. So it's optional is to find someone who's actually growing as you growing, and you growing guys together. That's the more optimal, obviously, but it's most of the case that's not what happens in real life. In real life, usually you go apart because the growth is different, So this is what I wanted to tell you today. So I hope it was a positive affirmation for your prayers, for whatever you are wishing for. And there is always something better out there. So don't worry. Life is just amazing. So take care, everybody. See you next time.